Hi everyone. So this is the first instalment of Wise's short interview series. And welcome to STEM communities. Yeah. So we thought we should kick off by introducing ourselves here at Wise. The overall aim of this little series is to give you better insight into the STEM societies here at the University of Birmingham and kind of get people more excited to head back in September. And what will it look like? So I'm Paige, I'm the current chair of WISE, and I'm heading into my fourth year of a physics and astronomy MSI.
Hi, I'm Dorothy. I'm currently the vice chair of WISE, and I'm heading into my second year of computer science and artificial intelligence.
Hi, I'm Verity. I'm in my fourth year of mechanical engineering, and I'm the engineering rep.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the current secretary, and I'm heading into my third year of biochemistry.
Hi, I'm Ellie. I'm one of the outreach officers for Women in Science and Engineering, and I'm currently moving into my fourth year of my biochemistry degree.
Hi, I'm Alice. I am going into my third year doing mechanical engineering, and I'm also going to be an outreach officer.
Hi, I'm Veronica, and I'm also an outreach officer, and I'm going into my second year of natural sciences.
Nice. So we'll kick it off. I will ask Dorothy, what are WISE's aims?
I think our main aim is we're working towards gender equality in STEM fields. Especially with our outreach program, we are encouraging young girls to take part in STEM-related activities, and maybe this way they will discover their interest in STEM subjects, and maybe they will further pursue this interest by studying some STEM subjects at university. And our long-term goal is hopefully that this will lead to having more women in STEM career fields in leading positions, and just more women doing STEM research as well.
Yeah, definitely.
The next question is going to be for Bailey. Who can become a member of WISE?
Okay, so anyone who's interested in the promotion of women in STEM can become a member. There's no fee. So if you want to get involved, we'd recommend following our social media. And there you'll be the first to hear about our on-campus events, like Wise Inspire and Equal in STEM. And you can also hear about how you can get involved in our outreach volunteering in schools in Selly Oak. And if you're still interested in being involved in the committee, we will also have an EGM in September, because we still have a couple of roles that we'd like to fill. So our next question is for Sarah. What was WISE's most successful event last year?
So WISE had a really successful year last year. I think our largest event was the Equal in STEM 2020 conference, which we hosted in collaboration with OSTEM and BEAMS. So all these societies are focused on promoting minorities in science. So we wanted an event that was a discussion on the common barriers faced in STEM, as well as advice on how to dismantle them and then how to support each other. So it took place in about mid-February, and it was an afternoon consisting of 4 panel discussions. So they were each centered on a different theme. There was one in parenthood in STEM, expectations of a role model in STEM, how to be a good advocate and ally, and then improving mental health awareness in STEM. So on the panel was a mixture of students, lecturers, and industry experts, all of who have expertise on that area. There were about 200 people in the audience, so a mixture of students, STEM professionals, and local skills children. And it just allowed a really good, open, frank discussion about the barriers. And I really enjoyed it. We got really good feedback, and I think we're hoping to replicate it in 2021. So that was a really good event. I also think it's worth mentioning, as Dorothy said, our outreach scheme, which we do in collaboration with local Selly Oak secondary schools. So last year was the 4th year that we've run it, and it also allowed us to go from, we expanded from 2 schools into a 3rd school, which allowed us to engage with more young people, which was really great because it's just a really fun way to engage younger students in science. So that was really nice. So that was kind of a little bit about what WISE did last year. We're now going to focus on what WISE is doing this year. And you can't really mention this year without talking about COVID. So my question to Ellie is, how has COVID-19 affected communication with fellow committee members?
I would say it's been a weird one because we never really got to have an official handover with the last committee, and we haven't actually met in person yet. So we've kind of got used to Zoom calls and communicating through online social media. But I think it's really worked out, and I think if anything, we've probably been more. Previous committees might have, left it towards, the start of September to start organising things. So I think online Zoom calls are going to be the norm for now, but it's working quite well for us at the moment. So my next question is for Alice. And so during COVID-19, it's been a bit kind of demotivating. So what are your tips for staying motivated during this time?
Yeah, I think for everyone it's been a really difficult time. So I think the first thing is not to be too hard on yourself. I think everyone's probably finding it quite hard to stay motivated right now. So I'm sure you wouldn't be the only one. I think if you're trying to get work done or you're trying to revise, I think it's best to sort of do it in like small chunks. So maybe if normally you'd be able to do maybe like half a day or something, maybe shorten it to an hour or so, and just don't get too bogged down in it. Also, I think for a lot of people, it's probably quite demotivating. Say if you had summer placements or work experience arranged that's been cancelled. So I think that can also be quite hard. So it's a good way would be to find, something you could do online that might help to show employers that you're still working and trying to show that you've got skills that you can sort of show off. So if you look on the Birmingham website, for example, there's a lot of free software you can download as a student. So for example, in engineering, we have SolidWorks and MATLAB and a couple of others that you can download for free and get work, just try and learn some of it or learn a new skill on it would be really beneficial. There's also a website called FutureLearn, which offers free online courses in loads of different areas, languages, sciences, anything that might interest you. Again, would be just to show that you're, still trying to do things during this time. That's another really good option. So yeah, there is things you can do. Just try and stay positive and stay motivated, and hopefully it's not going to be too much of a wasted summer. So yeah, and my question to Veronica is, how is WISE itself adapting to COVID?
Right, again, an interesting question, because as Sarah said, we're mostly focusing on our outreach scheme, which was a really good one. And then we realized in one day we are not able to go into schools anymore. So there was a challenge attached to the situation in itself. So we decided to go on with the outreach scheme because, come on, WISE without outreach scheme is not WISE. But if we can't go in person, which we think we might at some point, but it's unlikely during the first term. So if we can't go in person, we are going to be sending parcels to the schools and shooting videos, introductory videos to each experiment, so that the students can just open the parcel and watch the video and kind of follow along with what's going on in the video. So it's going to be a totally zero contact outreach scheme, which I'm pretty excited to start, because it's something I've never did before. I never even heard of it before. So that's the outreach part. The second part is webinars, because as we probably already know, webinars are the new normal. Everywhere are webinars when you have some kind of online events. So we have a kind of work in progress webinar with Women in Tech at the moment. It's still, as I said, work in progress, so we're still trying to organize the speakers and so on. But we try to focus on increasing the online presence as well. And another side of the online activity is social media itself, because we try to tidy up all of our accounts, have a regular buffered posting scheme. So our Twitter and Facebook have become increasingly active, and so we are glad that it is that way, because it's always a nice and lightweight way to follow somebody on social media. And these were the most important parts we were focusing on. Maybe something new comes up later on, we'll see. These were the things that we're doing at the moment. And the last question comes to Paige, and it is, what are you looking forward to the most in the upcoming year?
Yeah, so as we've already mentioned a couple of times, the outreach scheme is definitely still happening, which I think is what I'm most excited about. Initially, I was really worried, like when we found out that we might not be able to go into schools, because it's the 5th year of the Girls in STEM scheme. Yeah, it was a big fear of mine that we won't actually be able to carry it out. So now that we've got like multiple formats planned, obviously we're not sure which one we'll definitely be doing. But as Veronica said, we've got the whole idea of like sending little parcels, so that the activities can still go ahead with like video formats, or we're thinking of maybe like smaller group sizes. But no matter how it happens, it will happen. So I think I'm most excited about that, and kind of just having it solidified. So that it is there and it is something to look forward to. I'm also really looking forward to seeing how like the rest of our community and the other STEM societies get on. Obviously it is a challenging time, but it's quite exciting to see what people come up with and how events are going to adapt and how membership's going to adapt. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to the creative aspect there, and seeing how everyone does, which I'm sure we'll find out more about in the interviews. So that's everything from WISE today. And yeah, the next interview will be out on Thursday and so forth. So we hope you guys enjoyed and look forward to seeing you again maybe. Bye.